introduce myself then. I'm Devin, and I work for cloudIT, and I'm working on our, we call it the NOC, but so I started messing around with Rewst, and one of the problems we've had with ConnectWise, let me share my screen actually too, is we use the campaign manager, or we were going to use the campaign manager, but one of the problems that I've run into with it, or what I've gathered from talking to people with it, that the campaign manager inside of ConnectWise is very static, and it doesn't automatically generate based on some tag or of a company. So our use case for using the campaign manager, though, is we want to be able to update clients on outages or alerts based on what product line they have. So, if they have hosted servers with us, we want to be able to alert them and say like, hey, there's an outage, or if there is, or having a maintenance window. But once we curate that list, it becomes stale in like 2 weeks, So what I ended up doing was using Rewst to pull all of the agreements that we have and then check the line items on our agreements. And then if they match one of the agreements that we want, we look up the primary company contact and we add them into the group for that. So one of our offerings is Cloud Desktop. So that's, the main example. So anybody with Cloud Desktop, once I run this workflow, they get automatically added into that group, and this lets me keep it up to date. So just in the example, very good.
That's totally awesome.
Yeah, I was really hoping no one's going to be like, oh, that's built into ConnectWise, because I couldn't find it. So I'm glad someone else was awesome, because it must not be in there. So
I'm in the same boat that you were. So yeah.
Yeah. So right here's my Rewst test. There's in here, and my main workflow right now, this is a bulk import to get everyone in there, and I have a secondary workflow that's going to listen for a certain contact type to be updated, and then just check that one. That way, I'm not blowing up Rewst with a 6,000 step bulk import every week or something.
Thank you.
So, like the initial one, I'll stop it after it finds a couple, but it's just going to go through, find all of our agreements that match, and then start putting them in there whenever it finds somebody. Now, this is my workflow is super rough, and I have actually passed it off to Andrew to help me out generalizing it, and maybe hopefully add it into like the marketplace or something that's more general for everyone to be able to add in super easily. Right. So now it found the match, added the contact in there, and it's just going to go through and do that for every single mapping that I have. And the mappings that I have are just a JSON template at the moment. I don't know if there's a better way, but I just mapped them in here and I loop through all of these. So I have a bunch of loops, but that's my use case, and that's what it does, and it does it pretty well. So that's pretty much it. But
thank you, Devin. That's awesome.